Get it?
Got 'em.
Okay.
Not sure where you want them.
That's good.
Is it on? It is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We're filming.
Yeah. WT, USAT data and facts. So
Good afternoon, America.
today was a big
Go
day.
USA. USA, USA, USA. What?
Talk over me again, honey.
Sorry.
WT, USAT data and facts. And it's a big day today because we had the senior national team trials. And
What's the purpose of that?
so they're going to go to the Pan Am Championships in Rio.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's in May.
Right. Now that is not to be confused with the Pan Am champion qualifier.
The Continental
Qualifier, which is in Rio.
No, it's in Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic.
In early April.
Yeah.
So they're about a month apart.
Yep.
Both great tournaments. The Olympic one is more important. And we got 3 people going. Christina
I'm
Teachout,
going to turn the light on.
Faith Dillon, and who both had an article with NBC Sports that we published.
Oh, Teach Out did too?
Yeah, they were both in there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, talked about how they defeated reigning Olympic champion, reigning world champion. So yeah, great article.
Very exciting.
NBC Sports. And then Jonathan Healy too.
Yep. So we didn't see Ring 3 was down all day, and Gibbons kept moving matches to different mats and rings, and so it was just...
You had to recognize the athlete.
You really, and I mean, zooming in, the graphics are so crappy, it was just crap.
Yeah, we couldn't...
But you know what? It was better than the Canadian Open last year.
Sure was.
They had no live, so I'm not going to complain anymore.
Bad Canada.
Like, don't complain anymore, but they can do better. This is just stupid. High school sports do better than this.
We've heard that.
So, okay, I'll stop complaining. So we're going to just talk about what we do know and have to wait for the results. And in the comments below, if you have information that we missed, feel free to put it in the comments so everybody can be informed. But so, should we start with the girls?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we had in 46 we had Ashley Choi, who won the national team member. So she will be going to Rio.
Yep, and she fought, I think, the most exciting fight of the day.
That was a brawl. Oh my gosh.
With Hazel Della. Congratulations to both of them.
Hazel was good. I mean, it was a good fight.
Both rounds were very close.
It was very close.
And Ashley came back, I believe, in both rounds.
Yep.
Because Hazel was up in both.
And at one time, they were like on the ground. Rolling around on the ground.
Still kicking.
What's it? They're both so dang cute, too.
You gotta like those 99-pounders going at it.
I know, it was very cute. But congratulations to Ashley Choi in F46. And now, she's a USAT athlete.
We've heard that she's not officially at the academy, but she's sponsored by USAT. So again, correct us if we're wrong. That's what we've heard. It's effectively unconfirmed rumor. So if you have facts, please supply us so that we have the facts.
Yeah. Data and facts. All right. Let's move to my 49ers.
Your 49ers.
My 49ers.
108 pounds.
Yep. Montana Miller, the 7-foot girl with tons of discipline.
Yeah.
Had to fight her way through Maya Mata, Ashley Taylor, Melina Daniels. And now she's the team member, the national team member going to Rio.
Yeah.
And
that's a G4 event.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal. And now she is a new ACE team member.
Yeah, new ACE, and she
fully
was tops.
Funded. Yep.
She was tops last year.
She was tops.
So that's an
funded
AAU
team member, and now she's an ACE funded
good job,
team member.
AAU with your tops program. Now you've got some more openings, I understand, because several of the tops athletes went to ACE.
Yeah, they have one more opening.
Yeah, 4 of them went to ACE, and they got another one, we'll talk about too, Chloe Chua. And so Tops has openings. The Academy must have openings because,
But we don't know anything about that.
There's got to be some changes at the Academy, but we don't know. We're speculating. And and Montana Miller's from that Washington United group up in Seattle with Joe Woodworth. Way to go, Joe.
That's her coach, correct?
Yeah, he was there
Yep.
coaching her today.
Yep. Great job.
I know
Great
Joe. He's a
job.
great guy.
Yeah. Okay, let's move to 53. Sophia Osagura, congratulations. She she had the bye, so she beat Kayla Shanahan and got that F53 spot.
Right.
Way to go.
So she's done that before. She's going to do it again.
Yeah.
And she's an academy athlete, so she's almost certainly going to continue on there as far as we know.
Of course. Yeah, she's
She seems real popular with the
very
rest of the
talented.
team because she's in all the photos with all the other members of the team.
Yeah, and she also goes down to 49 too.
I haven't seen her fight 49 in
But
years.
her points go to 49.
Her points go to 49. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, if she's at this level at the academy, she can get to 49 if she needs to.
And we're going to talk about that making weight thing.
Yes.
Right now.
We are. Make a weight with 57?
57.
Why? Logan Weber and Jessica, I can't pronounce this last name, from New York.
So Faith Dillon was qualified, but she had already planned on not attending.
She had a wild card.
They've got personal reasons. She got a wild card
Yeah, so
to the
she's
Pan
going
American Championship. She
She'll
didn't
be in
need
Rio.
this. So she was actually giving other people a chance to be on the national team and go to this big event. So thank you, Faith. That was really nice of you, and good luck with the rest of your fights.
But see, we didn't see this fight with Logan Weber and Jessica, so
Right.
we actually don't know who won.
And there was another person who was supposed to be there,
Cox.
Caitlin Cox. And we understand she was at the event.
She didn't make weight.
Apparently she didn't make weight.
That's very disappointing.
Great opportunity missed.
Yeah.
That's too bad to hear. Another tops athlete, Caitlin Cox.
She's a great athlete.
She is. She's really
But I'll
talented.
tell you what, these girls, after they hit 18, they have really struggled with their weight. You know, it's just...
It's tough.
It's hard because you are so disciplined, and then after they weigh in, I know from Summer, all she wanted to do was go out and eat an entire pizza.
Yeah, because she didn't psychologically handle the control.
Yeah,
very
well, a lot of the girls don't. It's really difficult, you know. Okay, let's move on to...
if you want to be a world-class professional athlete, that's the big deal.
You have to be disciplined and have willpower and make your love of Taekwondo more than your love of food.
Right.
Okay, let's go to F62.
Yeah, there's some big stuff going on at 62.
this was actually quite...
Hook 'em horns.
Yeah, this was a good... I mean, there was only,
I did that wrong.
five athletes, but I'll tell you what, Danica Deaton, who won this spot on the team...
University of Texas.
She did great. Wow. And I was also really impressed with this Chloe Chua, who beat Michaela Greenwood. That was a tough match.
Right. Yeah, I saw it while you were watching it over on the side on your iPad.
We had the TV and a couple iPads going.
Yeah.
And
Chloe Chua is another ace athlete.
yeah,
I believe she's in California. I believe she is Salim's. Did a little bit of background on her, and she's got a long history of Facebook posts for about 10 years, and she's like 18 years old. So good for her, but she totally gassed out in the fight against Deaton. Danica Deaton.
Yeah.
Yeah, the third round, she wasn't even there.
Yeah, she
Or
looked
second round.
great during her match with Michaela Greenwood, but then her fight, which was shortly after that, she didn't have a lot of time to rest, but you gotta plan for that, I guess. And,
probably the emotional high after beating a
we're
world
guessing,
champion.
but you could tell she was gassed out.
Yeah,
she looked really tired.
Yep.
But she's really good. But congratulations to Danica Deaton for getting the F62 spot.
Yeah.
And on to 67 with Teach Out.
Yeah.
It was just...
It was
It
a
was
pretty
so
short final.
Yeah, to be fair, Dado wasn't working. I mean, Dado was like, kick, nothing's working. And then, a little tiny scrape, and boom, you get the point.
Yeah.
But the big kicks that you can hear,
Yeah, and there was one of the Userman sisters that was fighting her, right?
Yeah, so there's two Userman sisters. One's in 67, one's in 62, and
67 and 73.
No. 73. I am mistaken. Yeah. So I'm wondering, are they twins?
I don't know.
But because they're close to the same, they remind me of the the Hancock team.
Right. The
Twins.
Martin sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, she gave her a good fight. She stood her ground.
She did.
And,
that was a good
didn't
fight.
back down to Christina. Christina took it, but good for this Michaela Oosterman.
Christina was just a force to be reckoned with. If she wasn't going to score on Dado, she's like, then she basically gamjunged Oosterman out.
Yeah.
And
first round.
Yeah. She got her points by getting Michaela out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think either one got any punches scored. They might have gotten one.
I think they got a couple each, or one each.
But it wasn't that many.
No.
It was mostly just gamjung points.
Gamjung in the second round, I think Christina, racked up some points.
Oh yeah, she did, because it was 2-13 and then 3-11. So it was. Yeah. It wasn't. But it was a good match. It was a really good match. And then in F73, the other Oosterman sister, Brienne, she got that spot. See, we're not exactly sure which Sarah she fought. Was it Sarah Pride or Sarah Gravitt? Because we didn't see match 518. But anyway, congratulations to Brienne Oosterman in F73.
Steph's already mentioned, but I'm going to mention again, we're working really hard to try and follow the fights. We had the brackets in front of us. We know the look of numerous athletes, but you could not read the scoreboard.
No.
You could not read the match number. And, of course, they're on the wrong rings. So it was incredibly difficult for anybody to watch this. Good luck trying to do that. And, bad on you, USAT, for such a poor broadcast.
It really was.
But
broadcasting.
But.
Yes, Cheyenne Lewis.
Go for it.
So Cheyenne Lewis was actually emceeing today. She was the announcer over some of the finals, and I'll tell you what, she did a great job.
Fantastic job.
Great job. I had to ask Becky Keck to see if that was her. And
yeah, we thought it was her voice.
I thought it was her voice, but yeah, Cheyenne Lewis did a great job. Yeah. I mean,
great play-by-play.
Play-by-play.
And analysis.
Yeah, she was explaining if there was any lull for waiting for a replay or whatever. She was super good, and she'd go back and say why this happened and why she got these points.
Right. And she went into the heads of the athletes. She said, okay, so red is going to be thinking about this in the situation, while blue is going to be, they need a score, but they're ahead by one, so they, playing defense too. So it was really good.
Yeah, we need to hear more of Cheyenne Lewis doing that announcing, because she was super good. Yeah. I was very impressed with her.
All by herself.
Yep, all by herself. Okay. So plus 73, I have no idea.
I don't think they showed it. I don't think anybody fought. There's no match numbers.
No, there's not. But,
so we know the two are
we know that Hannah Keck was there because she's a coach. She's associate coach now.
Yeah, I don't know.
And on social media, I saw her. Didn't we see her coach pass?
Yes.
So
as a coach.
Maybe I don't know. So I have to.
Highly likely that they didn't fight because two of them were injured. But we don't know.
Yeah, but I don't like to assume because that's not a fact.
It'll show up on the.
And I don't like being nosy either, so
It'll show up on the match results when USAT puts them out later today. Yep. Hopefully later today.
All right, so you want to go over the males?
Oh, you want me to?
I did the girls.
Oh, okay.
So you can do the guys.
There you go. You're gonna have to hold this like always.
Oh yeah.
All right. So men's 54. We saw a couple early fights, and then we lost track of it because it was moving around on rings 3 and 5. And
so sorry guys.
Only ring 1 was working well all day.
We don't know anything about.
So we'll learn about that later.
Yeah.
We do not know who won. 58. We saw a few fights there.
That was a good.
Melvy had a good day.
Yes, Melvy
Alvarez
really well.
Was very nimble, very quick, and he gave Will Cunningham everything he could handle. And
it was close.
It was super close. Will Cunningham
pulled it off.
Will is
amazing.
Either of them could have won.
He is amazing.
Another unsponsored athlete.
Yep, unsponsored. He is consistently just. Oh, his variation of a bad and good day is like that much.
His
so
and his family's phone must be ringing off the hook.
Yeah.
By all these sponsoring organizations, the organizations actually sponsor athletes. As
in give them money and
paying them,
funding them
to be part of their team,
compete.
Yeah, not just we're going to coach you. No, It's we're gonna pay you. You're a professional athlete.
Yeah.
So his phone must be ringing.
Yeah. Congratulations, William Cunningham.
Way to go, Will.
You deserved it. But Melvie, you did great.
Yeah.
That was super
Keep it going,
impressive.
Melvie.
Yep.
Okay. 63, we don't know either. Kenneth Benavides was the top seed, but we don't know who won.
We don't. I didn't see
In fact,
it.
we don't have the results of any match.
Nope.
Because they were all on ring 3.
Yep.
Don't know a thing about it.
Sorry.
Sorry, ring 3. You sucked.
Yep. Then 68.
Man, 68, we saw some stuff there.
That was a good.
Because they moved him on to ring 1.
Brackets. Yep.
They moved Calfani and his matches onto ring 1, and some matches were on ring 5.
We got to talk about this.
Victor Rodriguez. Victor Rodriguez
Wow.
had the longest day of any athlete in the entire day. He
five
fought five fights.
matches.
He beat Daniel Novak, then Isaiah Young, who's a highly touted ex-tops now ace athlete. And then he got by a guy by the name of Matias Lopez Bate from Texas. And then Michael Rodriguez, who we thought was going to be in the final.
Michael's great.
Michael's great. He
Yeah.
got silver at the Pan Am President's Cup. And this guy Rodriguez just edged by him.
Yep.
And then Victor in the final
He
against
even-
Calfani
he
won the
won.
first round.
Yeah, he did.
But then Calfani came back to take the next two.
Yeah.
Pretty close fight, but well done, Victor.
Yeah.
And
And
congratulations,
congratulations, Calfani Harris.
Calfani. Again, another Academy athlete going to Rio.
And ex-WCAP, so he was also
Oh yeah,
in
he's
Army.
really WCAP.
Yep, yep.
Well, he was with
Pace,
Black Ops before he was with WCAP. And Black Ops became the Academy.
Peak, right? Peak, not Pace.
Well, Peak,
Peak.
yeah.
Yeah,
But he was on the original, the very original Black Ops team with Gareth Brown,
yes.
touring Europe. All
In
those young
2019.
people. Yeah, all those young people.
Yep.
That's 4 years ago now.
Hmm.
Wow.
Almost 5.
I think he was officially on the team before CJ was.
He's in the pictures.
He's in all the pictures, along with Madeline and Jonathan Healy. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on to 74. Aiden Bevel won 74.
Congratulations, Aiden Bevel.
We didn't see it. It was on ring 5. Or ring 3. They moved
and-
it to ring 3.
Yeah, and I had to find out through social media
Yeah.
that he won. So I did.
The junior champion, Luke Bonaventura, seems to have lost his first fight.
Well, it's like we were talking. It's a big difference between junior men and senior men. I mean, it's just not so much with the women.
Yeah, well, it's boys versus men, which appears to be very different than girls versus women.
Which I think it's just testosterone development. You know,
Well, it's
there-
that,
There's
yes.
strength. There's a lot more strength that happens. Boom.
Yes,
When you hit 18 and
right,
up. So
right.
that's my theory, and I'm sticking with it.
All right, there we go. Okay, let's move on.
Congratulations, Aiden.
Men's 80 was an alternate match between two young guys.
We did not see it.
We don't see it. We don't know who won.
Just like
CJ is
F57.
going to Rio.
Yes. So this was the alternate. So
Minus 77. We put a ton of money down at the Westgate Sportsbook on Michael Rodriguez, and we won big. Because he was the only competitor. Michael Rodriguez is going to Rio. Plus 87.
That's minus 87. You
That's
said
what I was
minus
just talking.
77.
I said,
You
I
said-
thought I said 87.
I'll play it back, and it says you said minus.
We're going to have to go to the tape. Minus 87, Michael Rodriguez won.
Yes.
Because he was there by himself.
Yes.
I wonder if that's because nobody wants to fight him.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Plus 87. There were
Healy
five guys.
Jonathan Healy is. Every time I see him, it's just like, my God, he's a huge man.
Yeah.
He's
Jeff
so
Putnam
big.
Won 2 matches.
Yeah, he did really well.
He actually won 3 matches to get to the final.
Yeah.
So way to go, Zeph. We talked about this yesterday. We thought Zeph would be there. And he fought Healy, and Healy is just at a different level. He's, world class, number 12 ranked in the world, Olympic rankings
And
in heavyweights.
freaking huge
And he's
thick
huge.
with muscle.
He hit some cut kicks on Zeph that I would have collapsed in a heap.
Yeah.
Would have been down and out.
He's a refrigerator.
Yeah. So that's Jonathan Healy.
Yep.
He's, of course, going to Rio along with the rest of the national team.
Yep.
And that's what we have for...
And he's going to the Olympics.
No, he's going to the Olympic
The
qualifier.
Olympic qualifier.
Yeah. So that's what we're focused on. So next up for us is Canada Open.
Yep.
And then the U.S. Open. And let's talk about people not going to the Canada Open.
I don't get it. I don't know why they're not going, because it's a G2. There's not a lot of people that will go.
Yeah.
The only downside is that they usually don't have they use KP and P, so it's going to be fair.
So that's not a
a
downside.
lot more fair
That's
for
not
the
a
athletes.
downside. That's a
No,
plus.
it's an upside.
It's in Vancouver.
It's in Vancouver, which
Probably
is,
the most beautiful city in North America.
well, that's because you grew up there.
It's in all the lists. It's one of the
He's-
top 3 in the world.
Don is dual Canadian, so
Yeah.
he loves. I've never been to Vancouver,
Yeah.
so I'm very excited to go.
Vancouver, Sydney, and Cape Town are considered the 3 most beautiful cities in the world. So yeah,
But so there's that. But it's there's not going to be a lot of competition. It's a G2. It's good points for the athletes.
yes,
I don't understand why.
and
Like nobody from the U.S. that I know of is going.
well, the academy didn't go last year. They don't seem to be going this year. Individual athletes will be going. People are still slow to sign up, so we'll watch that carefully, and we'll talk about it as it gets closer. We're going, and we're going to Reno,
Yep.
and of course, all the U.S. people are going to be in Reno for the U.S. Open, and maybe that's one of the reasons is they want to be really sharp for the U.S. Open because that's the big deal in America.
Well, because the points not only go towards WT points, but you also get USAT points.
Right.
for-
Plus, it's bragging rights for the rest of your life. I want a medal. I want a gold, or other things like Cheyenne Lewis. I think won 5 golds at the U.S. Open. Wow. So yeah, that's going on. U.S. Open, and then we might go to
Nevada State
Nevada State,
in March.
March 8th or 9th, I think it is.
We're thinking about it, yeah.
Thinking of driving down to Vegas, baby.
Our old hometown.
Yeah, and watch a state championship. The other one with state championship we go to is Utah, which is closer. But almost certainly going to have fewer athletes than Vegas will. Because all the California people are going to go to Vegas, like they always do.
Yeah, they do.
Because if you care about going to nationals, you got to win a gold or silver at a state. And winning a gold or silver at California State
It's hard.
is hard because it's the biggest, most attended state championship in the country by far. Bigger than Texas, bigger than anything, New York, whatever. And so they come over to Nevada and they poach some golds and silvers there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So
Well, maybe we'll go to Utah State too.
maybe we will. And California State's in Fresno, and we're not going to go there.
No, that's a long drive.
Too far away.
Okay.
So yeah.
Anything else? You want to talk about funded teams?
I want to talk about funded teams.
And organization versus organizations
Yeah.
that are claiming
A little bit.
athletes that are trying to claim the successful athletes.
Right. Everybody
take-
likes to say,
And
that's
take
our
credit.
athlete. And
Take
you know,
credit for
if you're a
athletes'
coach of an
success.
athlete and you have been for like 10 years and now they've had success, good on you because you're responsible. And yeah, another coach for a sponsored team might have taken over and taken a little bit further or a lot further in some cases. So good for them too.
Like
but-
CJ.
Yeah, like CJ and Faith. Faith was at Salim
For
in
years.
LA for years and years.
We were in
They
Vegas
groomed
with
her.
Faith Dillon, and we didn't even know that she was from Vegas. 'cause
Yeah.
She was at all the tournaments. She
Yeah.
was with Salim.
And then she was basically did really well her last few years as a junior and early senior. She was headed to the academy when it was still in Colorado Springs, and she was living in Vegas, so she started training like our daughter Summer did
With
at
Gibbons.
Ed Gibbons's
New. It was new.
new
then.
studio, new training center in Vegas, along with CJ, who was there every once in a while,
And Elena
and some
Viana
other
was
athletes.
there.
Elena Viana.
Because she's from
So,
Vegas.
you know, pretty big names were there
Yeah.
at the early days, and now he's got a growing list of people. So, yeah, but, you know, everybody can claim responsibility, but ultimately it's the athlete.
It's the athlete's alone in the ring. The coaches are there guiding them, but it's the parents that fund them unless you're on like ACE, the academy,
Or top.
or tops. And WCAPS I think is really absorbed by the academy now.
Right.
So
We've heard that the agreement with WCAP and the academy is that, you know, WCAP still exists as a big organization,
well,
but
they have
their
other sports.
little Taekwondo arm,
Their
it's up
taekwondo
to
team is in
it's
the
up-
academy.
it's
No.
up to the academy to accept a WCAP athlete in, and the only one that accepted is Kelfani.
Well, I don't know of any other taekwondo WCAP athletes anymore.
I think there are a couple because there's a couple of the database.
A couple means two.
Yeah, it's actually just one.
That's not a team. It's not even a
So,
quorum.
Anyway,
I don't
they
know.
went from 10 or more 4 or 5 years ago
Yeah.
to a much smaller program, and now it's really just are there any Army athletes that the academy wants to have at their training facility? So that seems to be the case with the Galfani. So thank you, USAT's academy, and Gareth Brown and everybody involved there. Tops with their program. Now they've got openings. They're going to be bringing in more athletes, we hope.
Help fund these athletes.
Let's get some more athletes fully funded.
We know how much that costs.
We did it. We spent $40,000 over
40
a couple
grand
years.
on one.
We had a team.
One athlete.
We sponsored a team.
Yeah.
And it cost us BMW.
We sold our BMW.
Yeah. So we know what it's like to sponsor an athlete. So we really respect teams that put money first, sponsor the athlete. It's like, you watch the NFL, which is playing today, and people only want to talk about the athletes.
You're putting it out.
And which high school and college they went to. Yeah, no, they're a professional athlete hired by a professional team that pays them. So let's recognize those teams. Go Green Bay Packers.
So, honey, do you think an organization that takes money for putting on really good seminars, like big, seminars, but that athletes and parents have to pay to go to, do you think that's the same, claiming the success of that athlete?
In no way whatsoever.
Or as being funded by a team that is funding that athlete?
Yeah, in no way whatsoever. We went to a lot of seminars, and they were good, and they were, a step forward, but in no way can that seminar take responsibility for an athlete's success.
So you don't think that a weekend seminar makes the boat go faster?
It could make it, you might be able to row a little better, but I'm not sure it's making the boat faster, because the boat's already moving pretty fast.
So do you think that consistent training and funding an athlete will make that boat go faster?
Much better
than a weekend seminar? Expensive?
Well, it's not just a sponsored athlete. These are professional athletes. They're paid to train and compete.
I'm talking about the ones that are trying to get to the level of being paid.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, that's good. Do the seminars if you can afford it, especially the travel to them. And, that will help you. It will help you. But that organization is not responsible for your success. That's my point.
Okay.
Yeah. Like this...
and the organization isn't funding athletes either.
No, they're not.
Or, maybe they are. I don't know.
Well, maybe they are. But the one in particular that was talked about today is a for-profit organization that runs seminars that are kind of pricey. $200 to $300 per athlete per weekend.
Well, that doesn't count travel.
You got 100 athletes. What's that? That's $20,000, $30,000.
I wonder what the...
You got 200 athletes. It's twice that.
I wonder what the money's going to.
It's a for-profit. It's a .com. So it's a for-profit organization.
Yes, I'm aware of that, but...
Yeah.
So the money raised doesn't go towards the athletes?
No, by definition, it would not be.
Okay.
Okay. It seems like there's an opportunity for that organization to sponsor athletes. Like pay for it.
If they're raising like 30 grand, that'd be...
Per event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything else you want to bring up?
Nothing at all.
Okay. All right, congratulations, everybody, and we'll be posting the results as soon as
National
they come
team.
out.
USA.